Hello and welcome to this edition of Eat Right with Rouses. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us, however you may be joining us. We appreciate it as we welcome in our favorite dietitian, April Sins with Rouses. Hello, April.
Hello, Keith. How are you today?
I am wonderful. Thank you very much. I am looking forward to celebrating this June with National Dairy Month.
Me too. So we are so excited at Rouses that June is Dairy Month. And what's great about it is we've actually partnered with many companies that are in our dairy section. So
Okay.
you can find some great signage around Rouses regarding Dairy Month. And what we love about it is it highlights a lot of the great products that are in the dairy section. Some you might not even realize that are there, because whenever we think of dairy, we think of milk. And of course, milk is one of the highlights in our dairy section. But also, not only that, but there's also several other items in the dairy section. Of course, we keep our eggs in the dairy section, but there's also some yogurt. There's sour cream. There's our plant-based milks. There's lots and lots. There's even it's called kefir, and it's even a drinkable yogurt. So there's lots and lots of options that you can find right there in the Rouse's dairy department. But today, what I thought would be fun is to show you a dip that you can make with some great dairy items. And this is going to have some sour cream in it. You can also make some great dips with a yogurt base. If you get like a plain Greek yogurt, you can make a lot of different dips with that. You can even make your own homemade ranch dip if you want to.
Oh, wow.
So today we're going to make a Mediterranean snack plate. And what I love about this is we all like to snack. We all like to like grab something, have something maybe before dinner, or maybe it's just an afternoon snack. And this is great because we're going to be highlighting some great vegetables that we can add onto that snack plate. But first, let's make this great dip that we're going to use some light sour cream in. And what I like to do is whenever something calls for sour cream, I like to grab the light one just to kind of keep it a little bit lighter in the calories.
Okay.
And then what else we're going to use is about 2 tablespoons of mayo. Okay, so that's about a fourth of a cup of the sour cream and about 2 tablespoons of the mayo. And then we're going to mix in a little bit of cheese. That's another dairy item as well. So this recipe calls for feta cheese. I actually grabbed a little bit of blue cheese by accident, but typically you'd use feta cheese in this. But you can definitely change it up a little bit, or you can just make this a sour cream base if you needed to leave the cheese out.
Yeah.
Another thing too that we're going to add is going to be some fresh garlic. I just have a little bit of minced fresh garlic right here. And we're going to add some lemon juice, and I'm just going to squeeze this lemon juice. If you like to get fancy and zest the lemon, you can do that too. But I'm just going to keep it pretty simple this morning. And what we're going to do is we're also going to be adding in some seasonings. And so I have right here some red pepper flakes. I put a little bit of Italian seasoning because this seasoning actually the recipe calls for oregano and thyme. But I usually will add a little bit of Italian because it kind of has a blend of a lot of those ingredients, and then a little bit of dill. So I'm just going to mix this together, and this makes just such a beautiful, beautiful dip in the middle that's going to be great to dip our veggies in. And I'm going to show you what else we're going to put in this plate.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to add in this. This is the easiest little kitchen hack. You can grab one of these bags of chopped up broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots.
Carrots.
Yep. And we're going to add that right in there. It's already washed for you. It's already chopped. It's super convenient, and it's at a great price. The other thing I'm going to add in is some sliced cucumbers.
Yep.
And cucumbers always pair great with this dip. And then some washed grape tomatoes. These are fantastic. And you can see how easy this comes together. It's very, very simple. I like to add a little bit of maybe some pistachios or some kind of nuts or protein on the side just to kind of have a little something else to snack on.
Right.
And then I cut up these are called sandwich thins. You can find them in the bread department at Rouse's, but you can also use a pita bread or a naan bread, and those are great for dipping as well. And then right on top of here, I'm going to highlight this dip with one more thing. I've toasted a little bit of sunflower seeds.
Okay.
I toasted a little bit of sunflower seeds, and I'm going to add just a drop of my Rouse's olive oil on top. And I have this beautiful, beautiful plate that highlights those vegetables, but also highlights that dairy in the middle. where you can make some great recipe options with your dairy, and including your dips and all types of recipes.
Yeah, and so if you're going through Rouses, you can grab feta and you can grab some of the blue cheese. Make two of them, and some
You
people
can.
prefer those different options, and just double what you're doing. It's nice and easy, right?
You can, and
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of, if you accidentally grab the wrong one like I did, you can always make it work. You
yeah.
just add a little bit. So if it's a stronger cheese, like the blue cheese, I just added a little bit less than what I
Hmm.
would the feta cheese, because feta cheese isn't as strong as the blue cheese. But you could just kind of make it work. But this is really fun because it makes it super simple to get your veggies in, get your dairy in. There's even the protein with the pistachios on the side. But just adding that variety in there and making sure that we get our vegetable servings in throughout the day, along with our dairy servings as well. And just makes it snacking super simple and super easy.
Well, and you have all the textures as well. So all of the different textures, the softer texture with the cucumbers, the harder textures with the broccoli and the carrots,
Hmm.
of course. And so the softer one with the tomatoes. It's just people's preferences, but it feeds everybody evenly, and they can just. I can see our family just really tearing that up. Levin's going to love the broccoli. Max is going to love the cucumbers and the tomatoes. It's perfect. Wonderful recommendation as always. Thank you, April.
Great. Thank you so much, Keith.
All right. And that will do it for this particular edition of Eat Right with Rouses. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming right here on HTV.